All right, welcome back to Python tutorial and to loops, right? So we'll continue, and in this section we're going to discuss tuples and dictionaries, right? So now you know what the tuple is. So we'll say my tup, say my tup, and sorry, I need to put underscore my tup. I'll say this is equal to. So let's create a tuple, right? The difference between a tuple and a dictionary is and a list, right? You know, a list starts with a bracket, while this starts with parentheses rather. So now let's start. We say one, say comma two, comma three, comma four. All right. So let's stop here. And now to iterate over this, all we have to say is that for item, right? For item in my tube, right? And we'll have our colon and we'll say print item. Okay, let me run. And of course, as you can see, we have printed these items, right? So please bear in mind that this is the syntax for the for loop, right? This is the syntax for the for loops. You also have to use the keyword, which is for, and another keyword, which is in, right? So now we have been able to iterate into my loops, right? So now, how about if we have a loop that is inside a bracket? What do we do? So let me say my list. Let me use capital letter here and say my list. And this is actually camel casing, you know. So I say my list. Sorry, my list. And inside this list, we have a tuple, right? So let's say 1, 2, right? And I have a comma, and I have another one, and I say 3, 4. Oops, okay, and I have a comma, and then I say 5, 6, and another comma, then I say 7, 8, and I have another comma, and I say 9, 10. Sorry, 9, 10. Okay, so now to do this, we want to iterate into every element in this list, right? So now what do? We say for, item in my list, right? In my list, right? And we have our colon, and I say print. I say print item. Let me do this, and then we'll see. And of course, we'll have them in pairs, right? We have them in pairs, and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what do we do when we have something like this? All right, so we can say, actually this is known as tuple unpacking, right? Tuple unpacking. So we can say my list. Let me just copy this, just this one, and I paste it here, right? Hopefully you can see this. Okay, so now we'll have this, then we'll say a comma b, right? Knowing fully well that there are two things here, right? 1, 2, right? So a comma b. So we'll say a comma b in my list, right? Print. Okay, let's say we want to get just a. We can say print a. That is, want to get every 1, 1, 1, every 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and I run. And of course, you see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And now I say print b, right? And I run. Of course, see 1, 2, it comes in that order. All right, so what I can do is I can change this to b, right? I can change this to a, and let's see. Of course, 2, 1, it comes, we have changed the direction, right? So if I like, I can say print just b, right? And we just have this 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, so now how about if we have 3 elements inside this tuple, right? Let me quickly grab these, and let me copy these, and I come over here and I paste it, and I'll just add one more thing here, and I say 12, and here I say something like 13, and here I say something like 14, and here 15, and here 17. All right, so now I say for A, right, we have 3 items, right, comma B and comma C. Okay, in my list, of course, right, let me quickly grab this and paste it here. Okay, and we have our colon, and I say print. Okay, let's print just the last one, which is 12, 13, 15, 17, and 14. Okay, so say bracket print C. Okay, I run, and of course you have this last side, this last numbers here, right? So I can say, I can do this, and I say okay, print A, right? So this is actually tuple unpacking. It allows us to get access to every letter, every number inside this tuple or inside within this list. All right, so let's go to dictionaries. I say D is equals to, of course, a dictionary, and we say this is we have to have our quotation mark, and say K1, and then we say this is 1, we'll say comma, then we say K2, right, and have a colon, and we'll say this is 2, and comma, and I say this is K3, right, and I leave this, and I say oops, and I say okay, and I say this is 3. Okay, so now I say what do I say? I say for items, or for items, right, in D, right, print items. I don't want to use items, let me just use item. For every item in my dictionary, print item. Okay, let's run. Of course, what we're here expecting, to return these keys and values, something like that, right? So, but actually it only returns the keys, right? It gives you access to the keys. Now, if we want to have access to the keys and the values, what do? We come over here and let's copy these really fast. This video is becoming long, and I just want it to be as short as possible. All right, so I say for item in my dictionary, right, I say dot items, right, dot items, and of course this items is a method. It has to have a parenthesis, right, and then I print, and of course we have the keys and the values, right? As you can see, K1 is equals to 1, K2 is equals to 2, and all that. All right, so now let's say I want to have access to just the values and not the keys, right? And I have these, and I say value, since I want to get the value. Remember, anything can be here, and it's going to work. I say d dot values, right? This is a method, and I have my parentheses, and I have to change this to values, right? I say values, no, value. All right, and I run. Of course, we have 1, 2, 3, right? So if I want to get access to the keys alone, and I don't want the values, right? And I just want just the keys alone, right? So how do I do this? Of course, I guess your guess is right. And let me copy these and then change this to key, right? Because we're looking for key, right? And I say dot keys, and then of course we have our parentheses, and then I have key here, right? All right, so now I run. Of course, you have K1, K2, K3. But what's the point of this when I take out this and it's still going to return that, right? When I take out this, it's still going to return this. So the d dot keys actually is not actually valid, right? So that is why we just use d dot values to get access to the values. All right, I think this is it for loops, right? And in the next video, we are going to go over Python operators, right? Or list comprehension, something like that. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.